So, yes, as you've been joining us in satsang for a while, and so yes, when we've spoken about gurus, it's not essential, meaning that for spiritual awakening, for self-realization, God-realization, all I need is myself, because God lives within. And so there are examples in our history, in all of the world's traditions, of people who, by themselves, had experiences of God within them. But as I've mentioned, it's very difficult, which is why I always very sincerely recommend a guru. Because along with God within us, as the truest, wholest, most fundamental aspect of who we are, the real who we are, the rest is just not self. But part of the not self is the ego. And the game that the ego plays is it dresses itself up like self. And it's a lot louder. It's a lot louder, it's a lot showier, it's a lot more flamboyant, it's a lot more dramatic than the divine presence within. And so if you've got the ego dressing up in its costumes of your higher voice, of your divine self, of your true nature, it becomes very difficult sometimes to really distinguish the truth of who we are. And what the guru does, the word guru literally means the one who removes the darkness and brings light. And so the guru is the one who is the light that removes that darkness of ego and ignorance. And so now bringing it back to your question, if we live in Shanghai or Milan, what to do? Well, fortunately these days, with engineering being the way it is, with technology being the way it is, you actually have access to gurus, to enlightened masters, to the ones who are the light, in so many places. It really used to be that you had to only be in a few pockets of the world to be in the presence of the masters. And then, of course, you didn't know that they would necessarily be there when you got there. Maybe they had gone off on a pilgrimage. But these days, technology has really brought us, it's made it so easy for us to travel. It's made it so easy for us to access teachings wherever we are. Now, there is nothing better, and I say this from personal experience, there is nothing better than having the guru right there. But if you're connected, once you're connected, then wherever you are, you're able to reconnect. You know, one way of thinking about it is sort of a funny example, but if you think about it, you know, we used to have, and we still have, but now not that many people use them. We used to have cordless phones all the time, right? And you'd have the base, and you'd charge the phone in the base. And once it was charged, you could take it anywhere because it was still connected back to the base. Now, if you unplugged the base, yeah, you wouldn't get it in your handset. But once it was charged in the base, you could go roam around with your cordless phone. This is in a very sort of light-hearted way. Very much what happens when you connect with the guru. Plug yourself in. That connection stays with you. And of course, because what the Guru is relying on for the transmission of light is not actually phone waves, it's able to transmit much farther than, the 50 feet or 100 feet that you get with cordless phones. But this is where we keep recharging our batteries, where we keep reconnecting and coming back. So just because we may live in some other city, I wouldn't say give up on the notion of a guru. What you're going to have, a challenge, a great challenge, but the challenge is going to be to hear the guru within you, which is the same challenge that people have if they have a guru who's no longer in their bodies. People have a guru who leaves the body. Or sometimes people connect with a guru who they never even knew in the body. And the guru may have lived hundreds of years ago. But they read a book by the guru or about the guru and connect. But that power is so strong that it transcends all of this. But the challenge then for you, where we are very blessed to literally hear the sound of the words of the guru. The challenge that you get is to actually hear the guru within you. To connect with that within you that has connected to the guru in light. And all of this is very, very, very possible. So do not let go of the idea of a guru. That grace is there for people all over the world. And again, if you can't hear the voice within, that's one of the really unequivocally beneficial things that technology has given us, is you can turn on the computer, you can turn on your cell phone and connect with a talk by the guru. You can literally listen to the guru's words if you can't hear them within. You can't see the guru physically. You can't see the guru in your inner eye. Okay. Turn on your computer. Open your phone. There's a picture. There's a video. So, there's so much these days in terms of the controversy about technology, but this is really one of the unequivocal positive aspects, is it's allowed us, those of us who want to use it to connect rather than to distract ourselves. The same technology can actually be used to connect very, very deeply.